looking good so far. Most patients don't get out of bed after being shot and then move like they was in perfect control. You're unusual, I'll say that. All right, I guess that about does it. Come with me, I'll see you out. Here, these are yours. Was all you had on you when you was brought in. I hope you don't mind, but I gave the note a look. I thought it might help me find a next of kin. But it was just something about a platinum chip. Well, if you're heading back out there, you ought to have this. They call it a Pip-Boy. I grew up in one of them vaults they made before the war. We all got one. Ain't much use to me now, but you might want such a thing after what you've been through. I know what it's like having something taken from you. And put this on too, so the locals don't pick on you for lacking modesty. Never was much my style anyway. Didn't have much choice, I'm afraid. But I understand the sentiment. You should talk to Sunny Smiles before you leave town. She can help you learn to fend for yourself in the desert. She'll likely be at the saloon. I reckon some of the other folks at the saloon might be able to help you out too, and the metal fella, Victor, who pulled you out of your grave. Anyway, you ever get hurt out there, you come right back. I'll fix you up. But try not to get killed anymore.
Oh my god. You're alive. After all these years, you haven't aged a day. You don't remember me? Oh. You're the body Victor pulled out of that grave. They must have shot you and buried you alive. That's not so surprising. You've always had a bad habit of getting caught by the bad guys and thrown into the dirt. Don't you remember anything? Your name, your life before the grave? Not even me? We were, 20 years ago, before you disappeared. I was your friend. We grew up together in Vault 18. We never really talked much as kids, not before the night Colonel Bragg betrayed us and destroyed our home. After that, we traveled for a while before you got sucked into the war between the NCR and the Raiders of San Bernardino. The last I remember seeing you, you were leaving Fort Dagger Point, covered head to toe in blood and ashes. A lot of people died that day. A lot of people. I think something died in you too. You left. We never saw you again. And you don't remember any of it? A war? The NCR doesn't call it that. They call it a police action. But it was a war, plain and simple. The Raiders of San Bernardino were a major threat, and the NCR's hands were tied in dealing with them by the New Reno mob. The corrupt NCR Congress couldn't fight them, and the mob used the Raiders to raise money from slave labor mining gold and uranium. But that didn't last. When Colonel Bragg of the Enclave destroyed our home, the Raider tribes betrayed them. They used the vertibirds and weapons of the Enclave against the NCR and triggered an unwinnable war. The Enclave had been using Fort Dagger Point to experiment on super mutants, trying to create a perfect guerrilla army. They took your parents. They turned them into breeding stock and used them to create you. You were a mutant, or from what I'm told, you had a mutant organ inside you that heals your injuries and cleans your blood of radiation. But that's when you came into your own. With Vault 18 destroyed, I guess the stress triggered your body to start reacting. You became unstoppable, like a human tank. You led an army through the fort and killed Bragg and his troops. The NCR changed after that. So did the Raiders. They left California and were forced to join the Legion, which made them unstoppable. They turned on the NCR, and now we're here. I'm Jen Hale. I was a Wasteland Scout, just like you. So was my dad. Yeah, sort of. I settled here after the war. It was a ghost town back then. Some vault dwellers from Vault 11 and a handful of settlers. We had to come here after Hopeville was destroyed, and there was nowhere else to go. No, I'm alone now. My husband died a few years ago fighting the Legion. I never fell in love again. After Vault 18, what was the point? Who'd want to be with me anyway? Everyone in the wasteland has problems. But some nights, I just wake up screaming. I dream of the vault. I remember it collapsing. It killed my mom, my brother and sister, everyone I ever knew. I think of them trapped down there, burning, crying. I can't forgive the world for what it did to me, what it did to us. I never wanted to bring anyone else into this, so I quit trying. Yeah, thanks. But I'm sure you have troubles of your own. We should get you something to eat, and a place to rest. There was a time when that mutant organ inside you would have healed you. Not even a bullet to the head could put you down. Something must have broke when they shot you. Maybe it'll kick in after it has time to cool off from bringing you back from the dead. That's how it worked with Bragg anyway. Yours may be different. Ha! That's a long story. You could write volumes on them. Vault 18 had a program for years where they sent teams into the wasteland to explore. They got into a lot of misadventures, needless to say. Then it was our turn. But we lost the vault before we were fully trained. After Fort Dagger Point, we were scattered. We had a lot of friends. Not all of them made it. Kurtz, Jamie, Eric, Johnny, Kira. None of us are quite the same. He was a tribal kid that came to live with us in Vault 18. Dr. Osman found him in the wasteland after his tribe drugged him. The drug erased his memory, kind of like you in the bullet, I guess. He found his memory through comic books. Maybe you two can talk, get some kind of amnesiac self-help group started. I've been trying to find a way to get Kurtz out of a Legion prison camp nearby Cottonwood Cove for 2 days. I could use the help of a badass mailman to bust him out. Let me add his location to your Pip-Boy. She was a mutant, like you. One of the defective ones, I guess. She fought her way to freedom and never got over it. To be honest, I've always thought of Kira as kind of a bitch. We had a really shitty relationship. I've heard rumors that she found herself a job in the Silver Rush, selling plasma rifles for the Van Graffs. They say she's a killer mercenary, with some killer debts. You can try to find her there if you want. I say she's better off alone, where she can't hurt anybody I love. They were the gross couple in love, fighting bad guys together while being painfully romantic. It got them in a lot of trouble and caused some strife, but nothing too terrible. After the battle at Fort Dagger Point, we traveled for a while until we settled in Hopeville together. We left that place despite how nice it was. We had a job to do in the town, and that job ended the day before it exploded. Jamie and Eric live up north near New Vegas now. I visit them every so often. Yeah, but let's talk about the here and now. What happened to you? No, I didn't. I'm sorry. But if you want me to help you find them, I'll come with you. If you don't mind the company. Well, you always did need some help in that department. Come on, let's get going. Just like old times. Ooh, I hope it's something to eat. Okay. Take anything I have.
You must be the one Doc Mitchell was patching up. Way I heard it, I didn't think you'd be walking out of that office. I've got plenty of supplies for sale. Even got some weapon mods and special ammo. Well worth the caps if you ask me. If you're hurting for caps, I've also got boxes of surplus ammo in the miscellaneous section. They're not great, but you get what you pay for. Weapon mods are things like silencers, scopes, bigger magazines. Special ammo includes things like armor-piercing bullets, which don't hurt the target as much, but let you punch through armor easier. There's also hollow point bullets, which have the opposite effect. You can kill unarmored targets easier, but they don't do shit against armor. It's all about quantity over quality. Trouble is, you'll be cleaning and fixing your gun a lot more than usual when you use those kind of bullets. The leader was a New Vegas type. Typical city boy. He had a bunch of Great Khans with him, probably hired guns. The Great Khans normally stay in their own territory way up northwest, on account of them being enemies with the NCR. Twice. Both times I drank a lot of liquor and lost most of my caps at the card tables. In that order, now that I think about it. If you ever get to New Vegas, be sure to visit Gomorrah. It's the best casino in the city. You won't regret it. Word of advice, behave. Between the NCR military police and Mr. House's robots, you don't want to be causing trouble on the Strip. They're tough sons of bitches. Mean, but not crazy. They'll leave you alone unless you got something they want. The Great Khans deal in illegal chems. There's a good chance that most chems you come across were made by Great Khans. I'm afraid I don't know much myself. Mr. House has got his own casino, Lucky 38, but nobody goes in or out except his robots. The other casinos follow Mr. House's rules, so I guess that makes him the leader of New Vegas. As far as I know, nobody's ever laid eyes on the guy. I think that robot who pulled you out of the dirt belongs to Mr. House. If Mr. House is looking after you, it's got to be a good thing, right? Can do. Pleasure doing business with you. Take it easy now.
Okay. Take anything I have. Ooh, I hope it's something to eat. Ready to lose? You're gonna get beat by a girl.
Morning. Hello? Can you help me? My girl is trapped by geckos on the ridge, and I can't get to her. Please, she's going to die. Go up the path, past the broken radio tower, and go to the right. They're at the top of the trail. You will? Thank you for helping me. Please hurry. Morning.
Show me what you got. You're gonna get beat by a girl. Die, fucker. Ready to lose? Show me what you've got.
Sorry I tricked you, but thanks for clearing out the geckos. Now I can get to that stash up there, after I deal with you. Aha!
Any lawman that comes after me, he won't have it easy.
Ready to lose? Show me what you've got.
Hello there. It's good to see a friendly face. I almost took you for a raider, I did. Name's Malcolm. Malcolm Holmes. Don't suppose you'd care to trade. I'm missing a few essentials and... screw this. Lying just ain't in my nature. I'll tell it to you straight. I've been following you for a good bit now. It started off innocently enough. I was traveling, as I often do, and happened to observe you picking up one of those blue star caps. You didn't show any reaction to it, so I figured you didn't know what you'd gotten your hands on. There's an old wasteland legend that says somewhere out there is a fabulous treasure from before the war. Those caps with the blue star on them, the tale goes, are the key to that treasure. They're called Sunset Sarsaparilla stars. All over the place. The easiest place to find them is unopened bottles of Sunset Sarsaparilla. You'd think they'd all have been picked clean by now, but somehow new bottles keep appearing in the machines. Some say it's old Festus that does it, hoping someone will finally collect enough caps to earn the treasure. Other than bottles, you'll just have to scavenge. You can find caps in the unlikeliest of places, and blue star caps are no exception. It's said that the treasure is guarded by a man named Festus, and he's the one who asked for the blue star caps. It's also said he's been around since the war, standing a lonely vigil, waiting for someone to come and take the treasure off his hands. That'll make him pretty damn old, but I've met a few people in my travels who claim they actually met him, and they weren't the lying type either. Nah, I gave it up years ago. Too dangerous. And even if I did still collect them, I'd tell you the same. There's people out there so mad with the idea of treasure that they'll attack strangers just on the suspicion that they have some of those caps. No one knows. Money, weapons, water. It is, or maybe was, something of value, and that's enough to get people motivated. No problem. If you do end up trying to collect more stars, watch out for a man named Alan Marks. He's killed several people for their stars already.
Show me what you've got. Show me what you've got. hope it's something to eat.
Good arm.
You're gonna get beat by a girl. me what you've got. Show me what you've got. Ah! Die, fucker! You're gonna get beat by a girl. Show me what you've got. Show me what you've got. Ah! Okay. Take anything I have. Okay. Take anything I have. Okay. Take anything.
Hi there. I'm Old Lady Gibson, or so they tell me. I've got odds and ends for sale, and I'm pretty good at fixing things, too. You might have noticed the very large building just north of here. That's Helios 1. The NCR runs the place, so it's off limits to prospectors. The way I heard it, the Brotherhood of Steel ran the place before the NCR took it away from them. I'm not sure who started shooting first. But when it was over, the Brotherhood, with all their fancy armor and weapons, was on the run. Nobody's heard from them since. Well, I'll give you a hint. They used to just call me Gibson. I hope you can figure out the rest. I don't mind, to be honest. Living long is a real accomplishment these days. Remains to be seen if I end up dying peaceful in my bed. Happy to do it. Give me a shout if you need anything else. Take care now. So, you're back. Now, where did we leave off? Happy to do it. Pleasure doing business with you. Take care now.
Opening storage unit.
Hey there.
Hey there. Need anything? Sure. Here's what I've got.
Yeah? Take care out there.
We've got a situation with some great cons right now. The brass at McCarran has ordered me to lock down the ruins until it's been resolved. One of my patrols was on its way back from Novak when it came under fire from the Great Khans. They radioed for reinforcements, but instead of waiting for us, they chased the Khans into the ruins where they were caught in a crossfire. No deaths, but not all the squad got out. The Khans have Private Ackerman and Private Gilbert as hostages. Once the Great Khans have been killed or captured, you're welcome to retrieve any property they've taken from you. Normally I'd turn you down since I have no idea who you are, but considering that the hostages are as good as dead when we attack... Alright, I'm going to give you a chance to talk to the Great Khans. Their leader is a man named Jessup. If we hear shooting, we'll be coming in, but it'll probably be too late for you. Good luck.
What the hell? You're that courier Benny wasted back in Goodsprings. You're supposed to be dead. Yeah, about that. Don't have it. Benny stole it right before he stabbed us in the back. He's probably back at the strip by now, laughing at me. Yeah? On what? He's one of the chairmen, big shots that run the Tops Casino in New Vegas. A friend from the city contacted me with info on a big job. I should have known that the caps were too good to be true, but there was still no way I could pass up the chance. It's just a big fancy poker chip as far as I know. Don't know why anyone would make one out of platinum, though. He's a snake, that's why. He owed us the rest of the pay for the job, so maybe he didn't want to pay up. Fine. What's to negotiate? The NCR backs off, we walk out of here, nobody gets hurt. I can't believe I'm doing this. But alright, the hostages can go. The NCR had better keep their end of the deal, though. Here, a souvenir for you. It's Benny's lighter. Shove it up his ass when you catch up with him. Yeah, go on.
Hello.
Opening storage unit.
Okay. Take anything I have. Ooh, I hope it's something to eat. Okay. Take anything I have. Ooh, I hope it's something to eat. Okay. Take anything I have. Okay. Take anything I have. Okay. Take anything I have. hope it's something to eat. Okay. Take anything I have.
Opening storage unit. Warning, maximum carrying capacity exceeded.
Okay. Take anything I have.
I'm glad you were able to get my people freed, but there's a new problem. I just got orders to take out the Great Khans, hostages or not. My hands are tied. I can't go against orders, can I? You're right. The Great Khans are free to go.